and like as long as we're talking about the federal judiciary and like how that plays all into this, have you guys followed the latest development in the Trump classified documents case, which involves the appointment of something called a special master?
Got to get that special master.
A special master by a Trump appointed federal judge who has interceded in this in this case. And like I was reading the like the the New York Times article on this, and the number of I had to laugh every time they just said, like it's a thing that we all agree upon now. Like, oh, this exists. Well, once the special master has reviewed the documents, they will be the final arbiter on whether any crime was committed. Oh, obviously, it's the special master. We forgot about that clause. It's just time and time again. It's just you discover things like special masters or parliamentarians exist, and we all have to take it seriously.
So wait, the special master isn't a thing that the judge commands. It's like
it's a guy.
Really?
or girl.
Yeah. No,
I've never heard of this before.
Yeah, I've literally never heard of this before.
Okay, yeah, listen to this. A federal judge's extraordinary decision on Monday to interject in the criminal investigation into former President Donald J. Trump's hoarding of sensitive government documents at his Florida residence showed unusual solicitude to him, legal specialists said. This was an unprecedented intervention by a federal district judge into the middle of an ongoing federal criminal and national security investigation, said Stephen I. Vladeck, a law professor at the University of Texas. Judge Cannon, a Trump appointee who sits on the federal district court for the Southern District of Florida, also blocked federal prosecutors from further examining the seized materials for the investigation until a special master had completed the review. In reaching that result, Judge Cannon took several steps that specialists said were vulnerable to being overturned if the government files on appeal. She granted the arbiter, I'm just jumping ahead here, it says, granted the arbiter known as a special master broad powers that extended beyond filtering materials that were potentially subject to attorney-client privilege to also include executive privilege. There's a special master. So anyone
that is a person who's been appointed.
It is a specific person who has been like all the like in this, like, I don't know, indictment or whatever. Like, so like the federal prosecutor who is bringing this case is now essentially barred from reviewing the supposedly classified materials until the special master, an arbiter appointed by this judge, can go over the materials first and decide what is classified and what's not, or what.
That special master?
Yeah.
That's right. Lev Parnas. It's Lev Parnas. Lev Parnas, he's back, guys. You thought they'd cancel Parnas? He's not going away. Lev Parnas ain't going away, folks. He's the special master now.
I was going to say, as Judge Cannon was assigned to after Judge Cannon was assigned to Mr. Trump's special master lawsuit, she made the unusual move of publicly declaring that she was inclined to instate one even before hearing arguments from the Justice Department. But she could have done so in a far more modest fashion. Judge Cannon has a reasonable path that she could have taken to appoint a special master to review documents for attorney-client privilege and allow the criminal investigation to continue otherwise, said Ryan Goodman, a New York University law professor. Instead, she chose a radical path. A specialist in separation of powers, Peter M. Shane, who is a legal scholar in residence at NYU, said there was no basis for Judge Cannon to expand the special master's authority to screen materials that were also potentially subject to executive privilege. So, I mean, like, is this just something that's happening all the time that we're just not aware of?
There's special masters running around the country.
Okay. Have you ever heard of someone who's like, oh, yeah, my husband is a special master?
No.
Yeah.
It's probably not a job. It's like a special prosecutor type deal where you take somebody, some officer of the court, and you're like, hey, Steve, you want to be special master? He's like, fine. There's not like a bunch of special masters at like a shape up hall, like playing canasta and drinking beer and waiting for the guy to come in and say, hey, we got the first 4 names on the list. Come get on the truck. We're going to be special masters.
No, it's depressing if it's not like that.
I think special masters should advertise their services on TV, like defense lawyers.
Yeah. Do you need documents? Case mastered?
Do you need documents subject to executive privilege, screened for potentially classified information? That's right. Call me, Special Master.
800-888-8888.
Your ass got mastered.
I guess
we're seeing now the bearing of fruit of the seating of the judiciary. This is all. It's why the machine. That's why our democratic organs are all. Their white blood cells are going crazy, but the infection is too powerful. It's gotten in too deep. Good luck.